All righty. I wish there wasn't that weird delay. Okay, so welcome everybody. The first thing I want to do is to say thank you. I know last week my video was very sad and I was very much in shock. And anyway, a lot of you reached out to make sure I was okay, to send your condolences, and I just wanted to say thank you for doing that. It really did mean a lot. I am okay, and uh, having people, just knowing people were caring about me and the situation helped a lot. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. All right, so today on our topic Tuesday, we're going to go with that today, is your environment. Okay, so I'm not going to go into a big spiel about decluttering and all that kind of stuff because that is its own beast and we know it. I'm talking about making simple little changes that can make your day a lot easier, right? So, for example, how many of you repeatedly lose your keys, right? You don't really have like a home to put it in. And part of it is we try one thing to like fix that issue and it doesn't work. And then we just go, okay, well, nothing's going to work. One of my biggest challenges as a coach is helping my clients to understand that it takes time for systems to sometimes really kick in. You have to build up the muscle memory, so to speak, or sometimes you just need to tweak it a little bit and then it will be okay. Or sometimes you just have to throw the whole thing out, but you have to give it enough time to work. But sometimes too, we don't recognize the little tweak is something as simple as visual cues or auditory cues. Okay, so let's look at keys. I used to lose my keys all the time, and I can't tell you how many hours of my life I have spent looking for my keys or looking for my phone or looking for my wallet, right? And so my husband set up a little key station in this area. And at first I said, this isn't going to work because it's behind our door. Like I'm not going to see that right away. But then I realized that when I shut the door, it's the first thing I see. And so because I had that visual cue, it made it easier for me to remember to put my keys there. The other thing though that I also did was I created secondary places. And this has actually helped a lot. So I have pretty much one main purse. I have other purses, but I have the one main purse I use all the time. I now just use one pocket of that purse to put my keys in. Okay. So if my keys are not hanging up in the key spot, they're more than likely in my purse and they're almost always there. I rarely find them in any other place. But my husband, being, the loving husband that he is, and getting fed up with me constantly going, have you seen my phone? Have you seen my keys? For Christmas one year, he bought me something called a tile. I have a tile on my AirPods. I have a tile on my keys. I have a tile on my water bottle because I'm always losing my water bottle. And what it does is if I lose it, there is an app on my phone that I can say, okay, I can't find my water bottle. And I click the thing to find it, and it makes the little tile chirp so that I can find it. And that has been a huge help to me. Because while I have everything in bright colors, like bright pink, right? Because I will lose it otherwise, sometimes you just still can't see it, right? So those are things that you can also do to just make your life a little bit easier. But going back to the keys thing, if there is a place where you walk in and it's literally the first thing you see when you walk in, and you can put a little bowl there or a table there, and then just make it a point every single time to stick the keys there. Even if you have to put a big sign behind it that says, put your keys in this bowl now. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. literally have a sign there so that you go, oh yeah, I got to put my keys in there now because otherwise I'll forget. That's one of the things that you can do. Ruth says, ha, ha, I can so relate. Try that thing, didn't work. Everything is screwed. Nothing will work. Yeah, right. Exactly, Ruth. That is what we do. So when you are creating these environments, do whatever you need to remind yourself, right? Whether it is, hey, go brush your teeth, like have something in your bathroom that says brush your teeth right now, right? Or, a sign that says, where is your wallet? Something that, something that is visual, if you are a visual person. Now, I am visual and audio when it comes to my cues. So I have like things that come up on my computer screen that remind me, for example, so like I'm really good at writing out lists and then forgetting to look at my list all day. So I have 2 reminders a day that come up on my phone and on my computer and also on my Apple Watch. And what I realize is that I need that ping on my watch. So if I'm away from my phone, that ping makes me go, oh, what's going on? And then I go, oh, yeah, I got to go do that thing. Okay. So environment doesn't necessarily have to be like the aesthetics of your home. It just can be the systems that you create to help you function better. Okay. I realize I'm kind of like all over the place here, but hey, you know what? I have ADHD. That's how we roll. I'm going to be completely paraphrasing this quote, but one of my coaches said to me, we don't rise to the level of our dreams, we fall to the level of our systems. And that is absolutely true. And so I want you to be able to take these kind of things and make just the simple things like putting your keys in the same place every time a little bit easier, because the more you do it, the more it will become part of your muscle memory. It becomes a habit then, right? So if right now, like I said, you need that big sign behind the bowl that says, put your keys in here now, that's what you have to do. And that's okay. And then maybe you can like fold the sign in half. So you only need half the sign for a while and see how that goes. But you have to give it enough time. Just because you do it once doesn't mean you're done with all that. You've got it all figured out, because that's the other thing we do. You need to keep the systems in place and you have to be adamant about doing them. Okay. So that is one of the things this is a challenge I'm giving to all of you, is if losing your keys is one of your bigger issues in terms of your day-to-day life. I mean, think about how much of your life has been spent looking for keys or your phone or whatever it is, right? I mean, that's just so much time wasted. How many of you have been late to appointments or job interviews because you couldn't find your keys? Right? There are very real consequences to these things. It's not just kind of a funny, oh, I can't find my keys again. For some people, it is the difference between having a new job that they need and not, right? Or pissing off your friend because you're late again or not, right? So I would love it if you guys, I'll be curious to see if anybody actually does this. I'm hoping you do. For those of you who are going to try a new system, I want you to take a picture of what you're trying and post it on here so that people can see what you're doing. And this is a judgment-free zone here, y'all. So like, I don't want, no negativity, right? Just be like, this is what I've been trying. This is what I've noticed. This is helping, but I'm noticing this isn't, right? But I want you to just start with something. Start with putting a bowl like right smack in front of you when you walk in your front door. Okay. And if you need to, put the sign behind it. And then let us know how it works, or whatever your system is that you're creating for yourself. Because your system may work for somebody else, right? Or you may go, I don't know why this isn't working. Somebody help me out here. And then people can give you some feedback too, right? So, okay, I'm rambling on too much. You get the point. You want to create systems in your life that are going to make your life a little simpler and we're not trying to take over the world right now. I just want you to find your keys. Okay? All right, so find a bowl, find a spot, find a sign, post your pictures, and I cannot wait to see what happens. All righty, have a great one.